Good morning, Scott here. It is Saturday, March 14th. Finally, today is the day. I step off on the hike of a lifetime, Pacific Crest Trail 2020 in El Cajon, California. I arranged for a ride with a trail angel this morning. She's gonna pick me up at 9 o'clock and drive me to the trailhead. Me and a couple other people who are also starting their hike today. So, it's about an hour and a half drive from where I'm at to the trailhead. And she doesn't charge any money. It's just what she does. She's a former hiker herself, having done the PCT, and she's just paying it forward, which is a really great thing. And if you follow along, you'll see that there are lots of trail angels along the Pacific Crest Trail that help hikers. And this year, more than most. But anyway, I'm happy to get started today. Glad you're watching, and let's see what happens.
There's a joke that the most confusing part of the whole trail is the first mile. And I just invested in a Z-Packs triple tent for the John Muir Trail hike.
The triplex.
The triplex for my husband and me to share. And it weighs less than a pound. So that's nice.
I have the duplex.
Is that what you brought?
Yeah.
That's what most people use on the PCT.
Yeah.
That's probably not true. A lot of people on the PCT use that tent. This is why I didn't take the Tesla.
Some divots in the road.
Yeah, it's all that rain.
So I'm going to park below the terminus. You can technically drive up there, but I prefer not to. If you want to bring your packs up to the terminus to get a photo with the packs, feel free, but you don't have to. So here's the actual start of the trail, right here. This is the start. But the terminus is up there. So we're going to park here and walk up the hill. And this is the break in the fence if you want to stick your fingers through.
Ah, okay. Okay, people, here it is. This is the infamous southern border wall with our neighbors in Mexico. We got some border patrol sitting there in the Jeep, and this guy in the truck is actually sweeping the ground. I can only assume that's because they want to see footprints, but it's just an assumption. Anyway, here's a hole in the fence. My new friend Mike is standing by, and I'm just gonna put my fingers through. So I'm in Mexico. It's warmer over there. Did you notice that, Mike?
Yeah, I did.
It's warmer. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, so there is Mexico, and that obviously is south, and I and Mike need to hike that way, which is north, a long way. 2,653 miles, Mike.
Getting ready for it.
Yeah. All right, here we are. Off I go. Just a few steps down the trail, and we have our first official PCT trail marker hidden in this poisonous bush, I'm sure I'm leaning into. But there it is. There is the trail. So beautiful, beautiful scenery. Hiking just about, let's see, how far have we gone? I can't really remember. Oh, wait a minute. Mile 1, no way. That is the most photographed mile marker on the entire trail. That one right there. Anyway, mile 1 down. I guess I'm a hiker. So yeah, it's true. I'm on the PCT. Seems unbelievable. After three and a half years of thinking about it, dreaming about it, just Lauren would probably say obsessing about it.
I'm sorry, Lauren. Looks like we're headed out here to a road crossing, which is, I'm sure, a road we drove up when we were getting to the Southern Terminus, or the southern border. Private property. And then in small letters, Pacific Crest Trail users accepted. That's nice. The trail does cross private property a number of places along the way to Canada, but not much. So I was hiking with a guy named Mike. Mike came down in the Trail Angels car with us, and nice guy. A couple years older than me, probably. Retired construction worker, carrying a really, really heavy pack. Mine's not light, but he said his was probably pushing 50 pounds, which is just huge. And it looked really, really heavy. As typically happens, or as I understand it anyway, we were hiking different speeds. He was right on my tail until he got around me, and I kind of lost him, which is fine. I'm sure I'll catch up with him when he takes a break or stops for lunch. But anyway, I think that's typical. People hike at different speeds, so it's really hard to hike with someone unless you're just really dedicated at staying together. So anyway, we'll see if I catch up to Mike. Another milestone coming up. I'm sure the first couple of days will be full of milestones. And then I'll go days without talking about milestones, but I'm sure. But this is kind of a milestone. I've seen this on plenty of videos. Now I'll see signs like this along the way quite a bit. But this is the railroad crossing, 3 miles outside of Campo. And that's how I know. How about that? Pretty cool. It has been spitting rain, although I hesitate to even call it rain. It's kind of misty, very fine drops of water. I don't have a rain jacket on. I don't have a hat on. Hope I'm not getting sunburned through these clouds. I have a hat I can put on, but I don't have it on right now. Anyway, it's really gorgeous scenery. I'm impressed so far. Well, I'm taking my lunch. About 4 miles in, so about halfway done for the day. Taking my lunch. I got a nice rock to sit on, take some weight off my feet. I've got a nice valley view with some roads down there, watching traffic go by, mostly border patrol. Looks like anyway. Although there are some people that live out here I can see. But I think it's mostly border patrol. So yeah, I've got my my pack set down. off my back. And I'm kind of looking at this valley view. So I'm probably going to spend maybe 15-20 minutes here hanging out. Put my backpack back on. What time is it? Looks like it's 12:35, so maybe around 1 or so I'll start off. It's 51 degrees here. It is the desert, but it is 51 degrees. A little chilly. I know what people talk about now when they say warm while you go. As soon as you slow down, you start to get chilly. So yeah, I'm a little bit chilly. Of course, it doesn't help that it's raining just a tad too. So anywho, I'll check back in. Bye for now. So there's a gate on the trail. Kind of unusual. Don't think it stops much, as there's a path around the gate and no fence connected to either side. Interesting. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna walk around it. So my first campsite on the Pacific Crest Trail, 2020. There it is. I am down the trail and around the corner, up a little hill, standing above my campsite.
Heavy or something. Those doves or balls or... It does make a whistle when they flatten at me. It might have been quail, I don't know. Ptarmigans.
Well, good evening, folks. It is the end of day one for me. I've made camp, put up my tent, had a nice dehydrated / rehydrated lasagna. Wasn't too bad. And a couple of M&Ms. And I'm calling it quits for the day. It is just about 6:30 p.m. It has been cloudy and a bit rainy since I've been here at camp. But the rain broke for a while, so I did get out and was able to make dinner. Looks like the clouds are maybe parting now. See a little bit of sky behind those clouds. So maybe it's going to clear up. Maybe it's not going to be so bad tonight. But the end of day one, I didn't go as far as I'd hoped I would go. I had planned on about 8 miles, only made it about 5. Primarily because I was worried that the campsite 3 miles ahead might be full. I think there were a lot of people that had planned to do that 8-mile hike today. So I stopped a bit short at 5 miles, but I have a campsite to myself. There's another campsite pretty identical to this, maybe 20 feet down back on the trail. There's nobody there right now, but there might be later. Who knows? But anyway, for now, it's just me. So I'm going to turn in here in a little while, see if I can sleep. It's been a couple of days since I've got any good sleep at night. And today was a long day, considering all that had to happen and getting to the trail and all the rigmarole with that and getting started. Been a bit taxing, and my pack has been heavier than I ever trained with. I think I mentioned that earlier, but anyway, I'm going to sign off for the night. I hope you enjoyed the video that I put out today, but more tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. Good night.